time for midnight reviews. Somebody put it up, please.
Midnight reviews.
What is it gonna...
Midnight reviews, because it's fucking dark. It's midnight.
It's fucking like 10.
It's a metaphorical midnight of darkness. We just saw Darkest Minds, and... Well, okay.
Oh, it fits! We saw Darkest Minds and it's dark as fuck.
We did. Yeah, that's why this review's in the dark, because we saw Darkest Minds.
I did not see Darkest Minds.
It's actually because we can't get any decent lighting.
I can totally just vape on the fucking phone.
Dude, hand me that.
What? I feel like a loogie.
Somebody hand me a vape.
Mine's gonna die.
What's that?
Oh, use yours. That's great.
What's yours?
So,
like red.
So Drake didn't actually see this movie like a fucker because he didn't want to come with us.
Yeah.
So it was just
Based
me and
on
Brandon.
the failed first review, it doesn't sound spectacular.
It's not a good movie. It's mainly just boring. It has all the YA tropes of the kids. They're special kids with special powers, and they're all grouped into like a very simple grouping system. Like you're either blue, green, yellow, orange, or red. Because
try to get Dad to come out the tape. So each of these different eyeball colors have different powers.
yeah, the color system isn't just something that they made up to describe them. It's actually their eyes are that certain color, which, okay, yeah, whatever. It's dumb. So the kids got these powers.
I feel like out of all the kids, there would be more than 5 types of powers. Wait, green, blue, yellow, orange, red. Yeah, there'd be more than 5 types of powers.
Why does one... So it's like a terrorist attack or something. I mean, I'm sure the sequels are going to explain it.
I think this movie was about racism and segregation. I brought that up at one point.
No, it's more about just like cliques and stuff. That's what most YA is about, you know, like being yourself, like, because it's all about, you know, like labels and stuff. Everyone's something. You're like one of the colors, and YA is all about like expressing your individuality. That's always the theme. So it was like a terrorist attack or something that most of the kids died, but the ones that survived gained these superpowers. So yeah, pretty classic YA setup. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I just found headphones on the ground. I wanted to see if they were nice.
And they put the kids in camps, but they don't really use them for anything, like military camps and like hardcore military. Like they treat these kids like shit, but they have them making like fabric and stuff. Like they have the green people making fabric, so it's like
shoes. They're working with shoes.
Yeah, they're making something dumb like shoes, but it's like the greens are the intelligent ones. They have like super intelligence, so they're just using them for shoes. Like what? What is the point of this? Why have all these military camps if you're not actually going to do anything with these kids? And they kill the oranges and reds instead of using them. Well, they have some reds they use. I'm not sure if they kill some of them, keep some of them, or if they're just fucking lying about that. But they say throughout the movie, yeah, like they kill oranges and reds, and there's only like 2 oranges left. The main character, who is an orange, which is the mind control, and Evil PETA, who's the president's son. Nothing is properly set up or introduced in this movie. Things just happen. Like there's this evil like military guy who is really fucking hamming it up. He's like yelling at the main girl, like, look at me, and then she's like, oh, I'm not supposed to look at you, and then so like another green girl comes to her aid because she's pretending to be green because oranges are shot, and then the green girl's like, actually she's doing what she's supposed to correctly, you're wrong. So it's like, okay, so you're green, you're super smart, you should know better than to fucking like backsass this guy who and then a resistance member comes out of nowhere, and she's like, I want to help you. I want to get you out of here. The entire intro feels really rushed. Like, so she goes, like, we barely spend any time at this camp before, okay, now she's off, and she sees that the woman who helped her escape has, like, a friend who worked at the camp undercover, presumably, or maybe he's undercover with the resistance, and she sees him, so she freaks out and runs away and finds a ragtag group of kids, and there's one blue, one green, one yellow, and she's the orange. So they have all the spectrums that
They
are.
have the D&D party.
Yeah.
Minus the chaotic evil.
They don't have the fire because fire is bad, I guess.
Fire bad.
But so she's talking with the kids, and she's like, "Oh, maybe I should have just stayed with the resistance." It's like, she's so wishy-washy and that, so fickle. It's like,
Give me my vape.
hold on a sec.
This movie does not sound great.
It wasn't. Dude, it wasn't. It really wasn't. Well, I was talking shit about this movie the entire time.
The ragtag group, you have the little girl who doesn't speak, who has the electricity. She uses her powers maybe twice.
She's the token race character.
You have the black nerd, because every movie has to
the
have a
token
black
colored
nerd now.
character.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Mr. Love Interest, Liam, who she has no chemistry with him, but they fall in love almost instantly. It's so stupid.
Mr. Soy Boy.
It's just like, I didn't even know they were like setting them up to be a couple until it's like, oh, like she's wearing, like, the little girl gives her a dress to wear, and now she's in a dress.
Which is very fucking random.
Yeah, just really out of nowhere. Oh, now she's in a dress and she's talking to Liam, because of course his name's Liam. So
Yeah.
she's fucking talking to him, and oh, now they're like flirting with each other. It's like, where the fuck did this come from? They have no chemistry, but apparently they form a super deep connection in like the 3 times they talk. Like, and
Yeah, the 3 times they have a one-on-one conversation.
but by the end, it's like a huge emotional deal. So, yeah, massive spoilers here. She erases her from his mind.
They use the same animation as Avengers Infinity War.
Well, it wasn't like the little bits, but it was, yeah, just her like
The
fading
dusting away.
Yeah, no, they do the cheesiest thing fucking possible. They
go through all the happy memories and watch her dust away.
They replay scenes from the movie where they're talking and then she's just fading away.
Oh.
And they're playing a really sappy love song. The music in this movie is awful.
Of course, it's a cover of a love song too, because they probably couldn't get any rights to real music.
And then at the end they play like the "If you're ready, come and get me, come find me," you'll, like whatever that song, that pop song. Oh, They really play that. But
the best part of this movie was seeing the trailer for Venom, because the trailers weren't even that good.
You don't put good trailers on a good movie.
Oh, Venom's good. Oh, they also put Bumblebee again. I'm tired of fucking seeing that trailer.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that movie to come out just so I don't have to see the trailer.
That's
anymore.
before every movie. Every single movie has that Bumblebee trailer, no matter what it is.
Yes.
Because I guess Transformers is for everybody.
Yeah. It's a high-profile movie.
Great movies. Right.
All right.
Thank you, Michael Bay.
All right.
So, Drake,
Hmm.
ask me a question about this movie.
I
will answer it.
I don't even know where to start.
Shit.
There's not much characterization. The little girl, like Electricity Girl, she could have not been in the movie and it wouldn't have mattered. She doesn't talk at all, so
She was a token race character.
so she can't really have any. Well, only one of them's white,
So I said race.
but
Oh wait, yeah.
well, she's black.
Well, I mean,
he's
okay,
black and she's
but they're
Asian.
all American. I meant like she's the Asian one.
What?
She's the token Asian character.
But she's American too.
That's why she doesn't talk.
I wouldn't call her token. I mean, but yeah, she doesn't talk, so There's not really much personality there. She's just a mute girl. We don't know why she's mute. She just doesn't say anything in the whole movie.
I think she says like one word.
Really? I don't think she says anything.
No, yeah. She said yeah. After they saw her flashback and she woke up when they laid back down, the main girl was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." And that's the only word she said the entire time. The entire movie.
Yikes. That was her big line.
That was her moment to shine.
Despite this movie being all about these kids with powers, there isn't really that much display of their powers.
Mm-mm.
Nothing that cool.
It's
anyways.
mostly forced romantic connections.
The electricity happens twice, and it's always just like shorting out the electricity in the building. Like we see fire once. The telekinesis we see a few times, but it's always for just moving stuff around. Pretty lame. Nothing's like. At one point in the movie, they're in a mall and they meet this ragtag group that tells them where they're trying to go, like a city of kids. And
A city of kids.
and before that, it's like an action scene because they think that our ragtag group of heroes are. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the fucking bounty hunters because it's kind of dumb.
Bounty hunter?
Yeah, remember the
know.
Jane? Like what was her name? Jane something or
Jane something that did real good in a car crash and then got fucking mind forced to just walk through a forest until she died.
She was basically pointless. It was just there to
Say, oh hey, here's your biggest threat. Just kidding. I'm gonna go walk through a forest until I die because I was told to by some little girl.
That's why it's girl for mind control. Her power is pretty OP. She can make anybody do like anything basically. Like she told her to just keep walking in the forest until you die from starvation. Like
no matter how hungry or how tired you get.
So just like that one contact can keep her on that task forever. So that's
It's the ending from fucking Wolverine Origins.
Oh
yeah.
God, that movie.
Lamau.
So yeah, no chemistry. I thought that at least they didn't do a love triangle. I really thought they were going to. We were waiting for the love triangle, but
And then a love square.
But then it's like no, the president's son, of course, he's evil because so he's going to kill or capture all these kids that he supposedly saved in the kid city, and he represents every abusive boyfriend out there, especially for teenage girls, because he's like, it's like, oh, I want to control you. You're mine. I'm gonna mold you to be the perfect girlfriend with my mind control powers. But then she brings a helicopter down on him. But the worst thing that happens is now he kind of has
he has like
he looks like Zuko.
A black eye.
Yeah, he's Zuko now. That's all that happens from a helicopter falling down on him and exploding in a giant fiery crash. He kind of has a burned eye. So yeah, that's great. I do like how she kills a few people.
I like how telekinesis guy literally smashed like 7 kids with a fucking trailer.
Yeah.
And had no reaction towards it.
Yeah, they kill people, but it's like, okay, they're...
And I like how she made the over-the-top angry guy kill himself and nobody really reacted to it.
Yeah, it's like, you're killing these people and you're having no emotional reaction. It's like, I like that they went there, but they didn't do anything with it. It's like fucking Man of Steel. It's like, at the end of Man of Steel where Superman kills Zod and it's like, no! And then next thing you know, I'm fine. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's like, they don't even go through the no in this movie. It's just, kills a guy, yeah, I guess, whatever.
Whatever, he's dead now. Let's go to the next person.
Not that big of a deal. I mean, the first time you kill somebody, it's basically just a breeze. What
an army man.
What is there left to say about this movie?
I don't see it.
What was the worst scene for you, Brandon?
Do all of main girl and soy boy's interactions.
Yeah, they really had no chemistry. It just came out of nowhere. Like pretty much everything in this movie. It's like, oh, now we're attracted to each other and we're gonna do this thing where we almost kiss, but then I'm afraid of touching people. Oh yeah, we didn't mention at the beginning, she
wiped her parents' memories of her.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want my mom to worry about me, so
she unintentionally wiped her mom's
Yeah,
memory of her
because I
ever
guess,
being born or anything. So she wakes up the next morning and she's like, "Mommy, my tummy hurts," and her mom turns around and is
she's
like,
like,
"Who the hell are you?"
It's like, who the fuck
I'm
is
not
this
your
random
mama.
kid?
I don't have a kid. You're not my mama. I'm not your mama. Go stand in the garage real quick. And then that's how she gets taken away.
So that makes her much more powerful than the other guy who has to learn it from her, Evil Peta, who's also an orange with mind control. So yeah, this
movie was bad.
This movie was it was just boring, honestly. Not much action. Yeah. So the action they had was barely anything. Like they used their powers a little bit, but
5 more days and we're going to see a good movie. Don't worry.
oh, like okay, the scene in the mall where
5 more days. You know what's in 5 more days?
You're from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, boy.
Let me a vape, please.
Cowboy Bebop.
But so Brandon, you know the scene in the mall where the group that leads them to the city, they're like they fight at first, and they're using their telekinesis.
Dude, the ginger kid every line he had, he started with his eyes closed.
What?
Every line he had, he started with his eyes closed. He'd be like sitting there listening to someone, and then when he started his line, he'd keep his eyes closed for like the first 3 words, and then finally open them.
Kids don't talk like kids in this movie. They all talk like adults. But they use telekinesis in like an action scene with our heroes, but all they fucking do is put them up, then put them down a few times and slide them around. And that's all that happens. Like that was the middle of our movie action scene, just a few people moving around a bit, and then that's it. Great
the
action
electricity
scene.
girl does her electricity
she-
stuff, and they're like, "Oh shit, we didn't want to fuck with you."
All she does is short out the lights, like interesting use of your powers there that we've already seen before.
But they pussied out at that moment.
Yeah.
The climax is pretty boring too, just lots of fire. Then
If you want to see a
That's it.
better movie than this, I recommend even Twilight.
I don't know if I go that far.
I would.
Hunger Games is definitely better than this. They referenced Harry Potter, which why would you reference your bad movie? Why would you reference a good movie in your bad movie? A good YA movie, like it just makes me want to watch Harry Potter instead.
Harry Potter's great.
This is just like a lazy YA movie. They obviously they want to just shit this out.
It's like Maze Runner, but not good.
Wasn't Maze Runner mediocre?
Maze Runner was good.
I never saw it.
The second part, I guess, was mediocre, and then if the third part ever came out, I don't know. I never heard.
So, yeah, don't see unless
Don't see it unless you have kids that want to see it.
Oh yeah, unless you're a teenager that's really into YA. But
If you're being dragged to go see it, drink, smoke, do something. Don't go sober. I think you might enjoy it better not sober. That might have been our mistake.
well, Gucci.
Gucci!